Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Dalitha. I am Travis.
Hey, everybody.
And things should look familiar again, Sophie.
That's not why Sophie's not in here.
Sophie had a
Meltdown.
full-blown couple panic attacks.
Did they?
Who likes the other format?
Why are you doing
I don't
this
like
to me? I don't like change.
This isn't the same.
This is not the same.
I was like, dude, I'm trying something different.
We're not even watching what we're supposed to be watching.
I'm trying to just get things rolling. Oh, this match is still going? I figured this would be a squash match.
Well, it should be. Drew should be kicking his ass.
Yeah, it should have been over.
It should have been
already.
done in 5 seconds. So, like, we need to make him...
5.5 seconds?
We need to make him kind of relevant.
Nobody cares about that.
They're like, Drew, we need you to lose because, you know, you're Drew.
Oh! Chopped him! Like a tree. Hey, you only get an hour and a half Raw. You're kind of a dick.
I would have rather have been here. Thank you. Really. I would have rather have sat through 3 hours of this.
Right.
No, seriously, I would have. Anyways, we have people back in the chat. We got Chris, Piccola, Tyler, Harley with us. Hey, guys.
Hey,
how are you doing?
Glad
how are
you
you
guys
doing?
came back. Somebody here to read your chats. Now you guys can chat a tremendous amount more and talk about Kitty.
Kitty?
K-I-T-I? Kitty?
K-I-T-I?
Yeah, what is that?
K-I-T-I?
That's what he was eating. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. K-I-T-I.
Who was eating it?
Piccola.
Piccola was eating it?
Yeah, it's what he was pounded for food, and I was like, Kaite?
Is it a Filipino dish or
Didn't
something?
ask any questions. I just tried to read it and move forward with life.
I don't want to just read it. I want to understand and you know, like, educate myself.
Look, I have no tan line until you get way up there.
Don't worry, Travis is just showing me his nakedness.
It's a leg.
He's like, look at my nakedness.
I'll show you my leg. You guys want to see my leg?
Anyways, Chris says, hey, Travis and Dee.
Claymore!
People,
It's over!
feels like, how
it's
weird.
over.
It's deja vu. Right. Not deja vu for this, though. Deja vu only if Travis was here and he was out on the couch still.
I was trying the phone stream.
Tyler's like,
It's
tonight
fine.
has been weird. Harley says, hello again. I'm
Tonight's
Jack.
been weird.
Nice.
Yeah, because Travis was in a different air.
Oh my God, what are you doing there? Ah, meltdowns, hair pulling out. Change is bad. Change is bad. Not change. You guys are great. Silly. You guys are silly. Pickle's like, go out and snack. I've already ate stuff. I probably will have some snacks. Tyler says, hey, Travis Rogers got carted off the field during the first drive after a sack.
Isn't that crazy? I'm going to turn it on. I just have been... Oh, look, it's already on there. I was like, I didn't want to have to deal with all that crap.
Who? Rogers who?
His name's Aaron.
Is that guy?
Aaron?
That guy? I thought he retired. He didn't
No, he got
How
traded.
old is that kid? Is he like 4? Why is there a 4-year-old on the fucking Jets team?
Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback for the Jets after getting traded there this offseason, and they probably didn't put a lot of money into their backup.
What, is that the 4-year-old?
Their backup?
They just showed? Is he the backup, the 4-year-old?
Yes, he's going out there to lead the Jets.
Oh my God. He looks like a 4-year-old.
Hey, look at that! Ladies World Championship is the main event.
That's ridiculous.
Why they're doing that as the main event, we have no idea, but they're going to try to pull it off. But we're halfway there, guys.
They're going to find out next. Whatever's happening with Cody Rhodes. It's going to happen. Alex is terrible. Alpha O.
Kill her. She's a little girl, but
They're
Yeah.
coming to get me.
kill her on sight. Because she's AI.
Why?
And she's going to destroy the world.
Saving her saves us all, though.
Yeah.
Lies. So they're lying. So they're propaganding lies about if you save AI, it saves us all. Lies.
That would be kill AI and it saves us all. That's what they're trying to do.
No, they said save her and it saves us all.
Right. She probably knows the secret. I was watching this thing on
You're a
ChatGPT.
secret.
So ChatGPT 3.5 had the IQ of 70. Like he's a human.
Okay.
Which is right there on the verge of like you can't get in the military kind of thing.
Yeah, it's basically Forrest Gump.
Right. But ChatGPT 4, which is coming out now, or it's out, it has the IQ of 150. Which
That
there's
seems
very
dumb.
few people that have a higher IQ. It will be within the next 2 years from now, ChatGPT, whatever it is, 12 or whatever, will literally be 5,000 times higher than the highest IQ.
I feel like this is something we probably shouldn't have.
I know
Or
it's,
do.
it's
But
it's-
you people are like, oh no, AI is so amazing.
at this point, you
Sounds
can't
terrible.
stop it. So what do? Because it's too late, we let it get this far. Eventually, just like I said, they're at 150 now, meaning that their IQ's in the elite.
I think they should just freaking all the people
Meaning
should just
that it's
murder
going to start
themselves.
kind of programming itself here pretty soon, and then they don't do anything, and they just sit back and let it do it all. Within like 2 years, guys. This isn't like something that's like super futuristic. Shit's exploding. Basically, everybody needs it. And then get ChatGPT 4 and just say, hey, I want to start a business. What should I do? And it'll tell you. And just do every single step that it tells you, and you'll make money. At this point. And everybody's going to be doing that. And so it's going to be very cutthroat here pretty soon. But there's also a possibility that AI does everybody's job, and then we just literally do nothing and get government checks.
Why would you even have people? Just get rid of people.
Well, it
Just,
could be in the
just
that could
everybody
be in the
just
next
KYS
steps.
and be done.
Right, that could be in the next. Every time I hear that, I have to think of what it means. I know McKenna used to say it all the time. I'm like, kiss my ass. Wait, that's not KIS.
KYS.
KYS, and I'm like, kiss my ass. It's definitely kiss my ass. Wait, hold
Okay,
on.
I'm gonna read the chat now that you've talked about AI for like 5 minutes.
Bam! Woo! Aaron Rodgers, what's it say about him?
He left the game in the first quarter with an ankle. The X-rays are negative, but he will not return. So he probably has a sprained ankle, and he should just fucking walk it off. But he's a big old bitch.
He gets banged.
He's a big bitch, and then he's letting that 4-year-old out there to take his place. What a loser!
Look at
Loser.
he walked off there.
Look at him. Yeah, see, sprained ankle.
Yeah.
Sprained ankle. Sprained ankle.
You need
Sprained
to
ankle.
walk on a sprained
You do
ankle.
have to walk on it. Maybe not run on it by any means, but you do got to walk on it.
Well, he's a pocket passer. He's fine.
Anyways, Sophie's back in the chat now. Says, yeah, everything's back to normal with this chat. Harley says, how was your weekend? It was all right. Harley, how about yours? How was the rest of your weekend? Sophie's like, how was your day? It was a Monday. And P. Cola says, well, that didn't last long. Rip AA Raw.
Right.
Sophie said that at the beginning of the stream, it felt like we were in a weird multiverse. Yeah, maybe we should pull that on you more often so you guys are on your toes more. Chris is like, hello, there's a sign in the crowd, trade for Trick Williams, Jay Uso. And Pickle is like, yeah, Brick killed a guy. Oh, God, not Brick.
Brick killed a guy.
Huang is in the chat. Hey, Huang says, hi there, Wrestling Gap. Hello, thanks for joining us tonight. Pickle says, I've been on Twitch so long, I thought I could click on people's profiles. Silly Billy. Right? So we said before today, a lot of homes didn't have the S-Bin because of Spectrum, and Charter took it off for a week. Huang says, hi there, Sophie. And Pickle says, and I was running. Huang says, hi there,
They let me mow
Picola.
that lawn for free.
Sophie says, this match was awesome. Talking about the Drew match and what's his face? Xavier Woods. Pickle says, hey, I have a nutrition question. I just picked up some chia seeds from Amazon. Have you ever had some? I've never had chia seeds.
No, I haven't either. But I'm sure they're good for you.
They're supposedly really good for you.
They're probably
high in protein.
paleo.
You can do them like you say you're going to put them in your oatmeal. You can actually make chia pudding if you really want to. Like you can do overnight chia seed pudding. Just so you know. You have to soak them in milk or whatever overnight. Look it up. Sophie says, wonder when the budget cuts start after tomorrow. Maybe they won't. Huang says, Drew wins, so that means my vote and pick wins, Sophie. So he says, AI, I don't see why everybody has a problem with it. That's why people have a problem with it, Sophie. It's because people like you who don't. I like my life and freedoms. Piccolo says, I'll probably put some seeds in my oatmeal in the mornings and maybe with some coffee. I don't know about that. Chia seeds and coffee, huh? Sophie says, Jeopardy started its new season today. Piccolo's like, okay, I'll Google it. Ayla's now in the chat and says, hey, hello. 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 Piccolo says, Sophie, do you enjoy watching Jeopardy? Sophie's like, no. Feels like I thought that was for AARP gang. You know, Piccolo, we're almost close to the AARP gang, so, you know.
It's coming pretty quick.
Harley's like, I was hanging out with my girlfriend all weekend. Ooh. What were you doing hanging out? What'd you guys do together besides just, like, hang out? What'd you do while you were hanging out? Did you go places? Did you go to a movie? Did you go to a fair? Did you go to the park?
Did you play just the tip? Oh, sorry.
Travis, don't be
What
gross.
is it? Oh my
Travis
God.
is being the sicko face.
Oh my God.
I was talking about actually, like, doing stuff,
Yeah,
like
like a
normal
Ferris wheel.
people, and you're like, sex, sex, sex.
It's called just the tip, not sex. Just for a minute. See how it feels. Oh, look.
Long says, hi there, Harley. Piccolo's like, shh, don't tell me these fallacies. Long says, hi there, Ayla says, I've been a member for at least 12 years, ARP. Ayla's like, hi. Ayla's like, shucks. Piccolo's like, sweet, I enjoy getting my 10% discount at Cracker Barrel. Right, Piccolo? Sophie says, at least Vince is still in charge of the WWE, but he won't be making any big decisions anymore. Oh, Sophie, you are so wrong, sweetie pie. Yeah. So wrong. You know that he is actually higher up in this company than he really was in his own fucking company? Just saying, by the way. After this merger, he will be even higher up on the totem pole of power than he is right now.
Yeah, he's second in charge of a $21 billion business.
That means not just his company, but the other side too.
Yeah, he's going to run UFC also. Should be interesting.
So there you go, Sophie. Take that to the bank and cash it. Juan says, how are you two today, Wrestling Gab? Doing pretty good. How about you? How are you doing? How was your weekend? You
Cody's
watching
like,
Raw?
I can't hear you.
He's like, I need hearing aids. There's nothing he can do.
Haven't we already seen
Ayla
this
says,
weirdness?
it was supposed to be a lisp. Oh, I'm sorry. Sex.
Oh,
Sex.
look at
that
McDo
better?
from behind.
Sex. It was like 10%. Wow, I get 12. Huang says, I heard that today. There will be the end of Vince McMahon era, though. Sophie. Harley says, went to the apple orchard. Cool.
Yummy.
What kind of apples did you pick? Did you pick your own? Did you pick a whole bucket? How many were they? What kind were they? Red ones? Green ones? Yellow ones? Purple ones?
Crossroads.
Who was
to
that?
McDo.
Oh, McDo.
Yeah, that his head dented the ring.
I had no idea who he was.
Whoa.
People's like, first you get the money, then you get the power. Tony Montana. Say it like him.
Oh, God. I don't know if I can.
Come on.
Trying to think. So hello. First you get... No, I can't.
Say hello to my little friend. First you get the money, and then you get the power. I have to say it like a cholo.
Yeah, but you have to say it slow. Or not slow. Not like Forrest Gump.
Not like Forrest Gump slow? Oh, dang. First you get the money.
First you get the money.
Then you get the power. Sophie says, but Endeavor got 51% stake in the WWE, and Vince has like 49%. Sophie, you're not listening.
First you get the money.
It doesn't matter the percentages. Vince is second in charge of the whole company.
Of Endeavor or whatever they decide to call it.
Whatever they call it. Because they're going together. Let's see if Picola says that. But Ayla says a lot better. Thanks. Yeah? What did somebody say? Did somebody ask you something? Did somebody ask you if you were better?
Better at what?
Oh, I put the lisp in for sex. Sex.
Sex.
Pickle is like 2% more so jelly. Yeah, she gets so jelly. Sophie says, do you expect any major changes to happen on WWE TV after tomorrow? No. Sophie, I don't expect any huge changes to happen until months down the road.
I want huge changes to happen tomorrow. Chelsea's her name.
She must be better now.
Yeah. Chelsea was on earlier. I couldn't think of her fucking name. I kept calling her Tiffany.
Tiffany?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm like, that's not her name. I know it's not.
Matt B is in the chat. Hey, Matt says Jay Uso and Sami Zayn. Ayla says, you have to lean when you say it like my people.
No.
I can't do that.
You gotta lean to the side. Your flossy ass ride with your OG gangsta glide.
Yo. First you get the money, then you'll get the power. Sorry.
You went full
cholo.
My favorite's still that dude that's like, what set you from?
What?
Where are you from, eh? Well, I was born in Detroit, but I'm actually from here, but...
That commercial.
Who you banging?
Who you banging?
Who you banging? And he's like,
what?
Oh, like in my personal life, dude, I'm not gonna go. Like, I don't share that with you. No, man, like, you have friends, like, they ride and die with you. Like, who are they? That shit is hilarious.
That commercial is pretty funny. People's like, cockroach. Cockroach. Huang says, oh my God, it's the American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes coming out right now on Raw already, so let's go, Wrestling Gap. Yeah.
Yeah, Cody
Piccolo says, I love the scene. You need guys like me, the bad guy.
The bad guy.
True. Huang
when
says,
they're in the
hi
restaurant,
there, Matt B.
And he's like, your womb is polluted.
Ayla's like, you asked me if the lift was better. Was the lift better? Sophie's like, Dom versus Cody? People's like, is huge changes code for something on OF? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is code for something on OnlyFans. Long says Cody will crush Dom entirely into little pieces.
Yeah, but it's going to be McDo or McDo or whatever his name is.
Ayla's like, get the Sharpie, delete the dumb eyebrows, need a little shape. So he says, I've seen reports that WWE and UFC will cross over into the video game realm. That'd be weird.
There again, I could see it happen for sure in the video game world, like where Brock Lesnar's one of the but it would be one of those things like they were selling on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
With Muhammad Ali and who's the other one? Mike Tyson, I think. You get Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali if you pre-order it. Something like that. You get Hulk Hogan in the Octagon.
That's funny. Who's he gonna fight? McGregor.
Nobody wants to fight Hulk Hogan. Brother.
Harley's like, and she also made me some jalapeno cheddar. Nice. Sophie says JD wants to be in Judgment Day so bad. And Ravi says, what's going, muckleheads? That sounds weird. Wong says, every WWE fan put a booster chant on Dirty Dom, and that was so hilarious and funny, and I do like it that way. Cool. Piccolo says, Ravi, you missed all the first hour drama. Sophie's like, I wonder what happens with Triple H after tomorrow. I was like, Cole, I had it on in the background ground. Had it on in the background ground. Background ground. Background ground. Piccolo's like, oh, nice. Huang says, hi there, Ravi. And Ayla says, oh, I am fine, by the way. Oz sounds like he swallowed a squeaky toy, but he's good. That's good. I'm glad everybody's starting to feel better. Did he go to school today?
No.
Does he go to school every day?
He goes tomorrow because she's going to stop by afterwards and grab some cat snap.
Right.
Snap.
I just didn't know if he went to school every day or if he only went certain days. And a scratching post. It looks like background ground. Pico's like Triple H will turn back into a pumpkin. Oh, yeah. Sophie wanted to know what would happen to him after tomorrow. Nothing's going to happen, Sophie. Things probably will change, but it's not going to be drastic things at first. They don't just come in when they do this shit and just start hacking away and getting rid of people. And
Sophie, I have a question, or whoever.
It's Sophie.
What did Dana White change when Endeavor bought the UFC from him?
I don't think Sophie would know the answer to that.
Nothing.
I know. I understand that. It looks like Monday through Friday. And Ravi's like, what's good? Long. And Pico's like, not the foreground. It's the
Shayna
background
Baszler.
ground. And Ravi's like, what's good? And Ayla says, I meant Tuesday through Friday. Oh, he goes Tuesday. So he'll be going to school tomorrow. Sophie says, 7 years ago today, Becky Lynch was the first SmackDown Women's Champion. 7 years and 4 score.
Becky Lynch.
4 score and 7 years ago, Becky Lynch was a dumb cow.
She
With a watery tot.
came from the depths of NXT.
He pulled Drew McIntyre's mom from the lake.
She was crowned champion of SmackDown. Like some watery tart. Is that a penalty? Can you hold their head?
Well, he is 4.
He didn't touch his face mask. Shayna Baszler going one-on-one with the Smoke Show.
Look how tiny he is.
A wide receiver. He's pretty small. Well, the quarterback.
The 4-year-old that's out there playing. Literally.
Well, the receiver's not very tall either.
That almost was a tooth. How about that? Full-on Colonel.
I'll be calling Dr. Godfrey tomorrow.
Talking
Hello,
about
Dr. Godfrey.
talking to Dennis. Probably need to go to the dentist. I haven't for a minute.
1 minute?
More like 5 years.
What the Yeah, definitely. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Chelsea!
Yeah.
Tapping out. Any second.
No, Chelsea, no.
Piper with the save.
She's like, get out here. Come on, come back. And Natal's like, nothing. Monday, he goes at 7 to 11. That poor kid has to get up early. Seems like a weird time. 7 to 11. How can he learn anything? I
You
mean,
only need like an hour to learn,
well, that from 10 to 11.
right?
Like, their brains aren't fully awake until, like, in the mid-mornings. Long says,
1, 2. It's too bad, but Chelsea's gonna lose this. That's her finisher. The Exterminatus. That sounds dumb. She's got a new move called the Exterminatus.
oh, no. Poor Piper's getting beat up by her.
That'd be an okay
Piccolo
little
says,
brawl.
oh, so Piper is back on TV? It looks like
Yeah,
it.
she's actually fighting right now, too, which
Sim
means
says-
she's cleared.
I don't watch the UFC,
Uh-oh.
so I don't know what he changed.
Zoe Stark. They're
Well-
going to be the next tag team champions.
It was like, get it right, Robbie, or give up your mod position. He probably would like to give up his mod position.
So you can sleep at night.
So I can sleep at night. Poor guy.
He's like, oh no, don't threaten me.
Oh no. Not with a good time. How horrible.
Piper should have just smacked her in the face.
And then sat on it.
Oh my god.
What?
That indicates that you think she's heavy. If you say sit on somebody. You didn't say anything about Tiffany Stratton sitting on somebody.
She could sit on somebody's face too.
Who's got next? Whole crowd.
Just put your butthole right there. Just right on top of their face. With some of those outfits they wear.
Right?
Their butthole is right there.
Stank face. You are not honorable. Would the people still sing your song?
People.
And remember the things you have done. The road to your success is lined with bodies of those who trusted you.
Pickle's like Shayna went all Cobra Kai. Pickle's like, did you ever start that show, by the way?
No. It'll be a while.
Cobra
I mean,
Kai?
you're looking at the end of 24. Would be my guess.
There's a possibility. Feels like disgraceful, Robbie. John Sparkly in the chat. Hey, John. Long duck dong.
I seen him in a movie the other day.
I did see him in a movie the other day. And if you don't know who Long Duck Dong is, you need to watch
16 Candles.
that movie. Then you'll know who Long Duck Dong is. Pickle's like, oh my, I wish I knew quotes from 16 Candles.
I don't know very many. I don't think I know any. Except for, did we do it last night? She's like, yeah. He's like, oh, I wish I'd remember. Poor kid. Got a pregnant girlfriend in there. No, I'm just kidding.
Terrifying.
Well, if you don't remember doing it, there's a good chance you don't remember pulling out. The pull and pray. Or the push and pray. Whatever. That's what Dean Cook would do. Dane Cook. The push and pray. And try to come in their heart.
That's kind of creepy.
Also a joke. It's funny. It looks like you're eating a bag of cereal. What the hell is that? Just popcorn?
Yeah. It's Reese's peanut butter popcorn.
Oh, well, that looks fun. You're like, how can I get Travis to not eat my popcorn? Ooh. Smother it in chocolate.
And peanut butter.
And peanut butter. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Huang says, Shana always goes from tearing limb by limb like she is Dangerous Girl, Spade or something like, and she is almost the same as Rhea Ripley too. Pickle says, but nah, it wasn't my jam. Huang says, hi there, John Sparkling, and John's like, you hit me in the nuts. That you? Yeah, that me. Yep, that's a quote from that. Sexy American girlfriend. Automobile? Yes, automobile. Where's my automobile? Automobile? Crash.
Is that when he's getting yelled at the end or whatever, when he's all hammered?
Yeah. He's laying in the front lawn.
I've been there before.
Automobile? Yes, my automobile. Here's my automobile.
The drunkest I ever been probably was, I had slept in my grandparents' front yard because I didn't want to die. I could have went in. I just didn't want to puke in the house.
Because your grandma would have been like, what you puking for?
No, nobody was there.
Oh.
I just slept in the front yard. It was right after one of our football games. Went up and drank with the Highland kids at Brittany Tate's house. And me and Josh Spokley were shooting tequila. Like one after another after another. I was a sophomore. I was so destroyed. I never drank it again in my life.
Yeah.
I was a sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
I remember my ex-girlfriend was trying to buy me shots one night, like, years later. I was probably like 22 or something.
Right?
She's like, let's do tequila shots. I'm like,
You're like, no, but I'm going to make Deliva do them.
well, you don't have a problem with puking in your grandparents' front yard, dying.
No,
Like,
I
if
did
I
that
had-
with rum. Not
Okay.
puking in my grandparents' front yard, by the way, because my grandparents were fully fucking dead by the time that happened.
See? Oh my God. What is this guy
Oh
doing?
my God, the 4-year-old forgot where he was! That's blatantly throwing away the past.
Oh, there's
He
a,
should get
there's
a
a
flag.
There's a flag. Did he touch him out of bounds?
He might have.
If he's outside the tackle, he can throw it towards the line of scrimmage. That's not a flag.
Oops. Sorry, I drooled all over myself. Oopsie.
What t-shirt got that?
Not wearing the right color.
an offensive penalty. Declined. Illegal man downfield. Declined.
Was it the quarterback because he was downfield? He was illegal. He can't go that far downfield. Like, he didn't have anybody to help him. He's just like, I don't know what to do with myself.
The quarterback wasn't down.
Yeah, he was the one that threw the ball. He was way, way back there.
That's not down. Down's that way.
Oh, he was up.
Yeah. See, downfield would be the guys going that way. All the linemen right there that are just standing there like, what should we do? There's three of them.
They don't need to do anything. They're like, will we get in trouble?
I just want to know who this quarterback is and why he's in the NFL.
Why is he a 4-year-old? Why is he 4?
The dude's like 4'11", and obviously doesn't have very good arm. Like, what the fuck?
He's like 4 years old.
How do you not have a quarterback? You can't tell me there's not some quarterback somewhere without a job right now. And homeboy's just like, I got a job.
I'm a real boy.
He probably played at some college and like he could run really good, and they're like, ooh, let's draft him. They're still singing, Cole. 4 minutes and counting.
Nice. Lots of it. Let's see what's going on. I better catch up on stuff here. Like, people's like, dang, that was a quick match earlier, and Ayla says it sucks, but he's in before other kids and out before lunch. I hate it because he usually sleeps until 9. Even if he goes to bed early, he gets to play a lot, but I hate it. Robbie's like, Piper is all right. Nah, man. Do you have to, like, is he far away from you, or is it just that school that's down the street? Ayla says, if I was smarter, I'd homeschooled them. If I was more smarter... Chris says, Green looks fantastic. Huang says, oh my God, you're too funny and hilarious, John Sparklin. Robbie says, Ayla, why don't you get it right instead of it being a bum? If being a bum, oh. Ayla says, Robbie, I'm a hobo. What can I say? Sophie says, I saw on Twitter 2 wrestlers on the Impact roster were on Raw 1000, SmackDown 1000, and Impact 1000. Huang says, hi there, cool. Chris. And Robbie says, Ayla, you're defo a hillbilly. Piccolo says, why can't we have something that's not stereotypical, like a ninja sword? Like, he can have a chainsaw beside him or a flamethrower. Chris says, so now Naka thinks he's Shohei Tani with the Japanese.
A pitcher in baseball? I don't get it.
It was like, I don't have a hill. Piccolo's like, right, he is the next villain in Kill Bill. It was like, my name is Ayla, not Billy, by the way. Long says, I'm starting to dislike on Shinsuke Nakamura already, Chris. Sophie says, this show is going by fast. It was like, delete the having girl dinner. Yes, I had a brownie and some baby corn. I had lunch earlier, Ayla.
Oh, did you see that there was corn?
We have corn?
I sent it to you.
You sent corn to me?
It's at Brown's. We'd have to go buy some. Did I not?
We have to buy it?
What? I don't know why you wouldn't want to. It's a dozen for $6.
Where's it from?
Oh my God. Read the email thing that I sent you.
People's like, okay, which Muppet did the costume designer have to kill? I don't know who was blue like that. Cookie Monster was bluer.
Well, it could have just been one that had that material and they dyed it. So it could be Big Bird.
Sophie says, when do you think we will see Rhea versus Shayna?
But it looks like Snuffleupagus, but dyed.
Ooh. Piccolo is laughing, and Sophie says, I don't understand the joke. Ayla's like, dang, now I need to watch that again. It's been a long time. Ayla's like, it's a movie, Sophie. Molly Ringwald. Sophie's like, Rhea versus Raquel as the main event. Interesting choice. I could see something big to happen. That is why it's the main event. Sophie says, oh, 16 candles. Chris says, maybe Liv returns as a heel. That's why main event. John's like, Dong was also in Gung Ho movie also. Yeah, he was in something we watched just the other night, too, and I can't remember what it was. It was kind of funny. I was like, oh, my God, look.
It wasn't Indiana Jones, was it? It was something that was old.
I don't think it was Indiana Jones. Sophie says, last week, Gunther versus Gable was the main event. This week, the women's turn. Sophie says, Becky versus Tiffany is the main event tomorrow. Huang says, why Rhea Ripley ain't with the Judgment Day on Raw. Maybe because she has a match, and she wasn't needed. Robbie says, "LOL, barfing on alcohol is not the one, especially barfing out of your nose too."
Oh yeah, the
I
whole
don't
thing.
barf out of my nose. That's gross. So it was like a Shayna Zoe tag team. Wow, they don't trust them to be single stars yet.
No, they're definitely not on that level.
It was like, are you talking about Robbie? He's sensitive about his arms. People's like, I gotta see his college. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even see. I don't even know his name, so I couldn't even help you.
The Jets star quarterback.
Number 7, the 4-year-old.
Is that what number he is?
Yeah, he's number 7.
I thought it was 4, so good.
It's because I called him 4. Like he was 4 years old. With all those other guys out there, he looks like he's 4. He's probably not that small, but he looks it.
Did you see the game last night? The Cowboys and the Giants.
I saw the end score, but I did not watch the game.
It
was pretty funny.
It was pretty lopsided.
People were very excited about the Cowgirls winning, I guess. I'm like, it's the first night. Who gives a crap? It's not going to change anything. Hi, Lizek, are you talking about... Oh, and Huang says Seth Rollins is coming out right now on Raw. He is. He's out there. He's talking to us and telling us his story.
Telling us all about it.
Crystal Travis and D, what do you think of when it comes to the 80s? I think of a red Corvette driving down in Cali with girls just want to have fun playing in the background.
Just wanna. I don't
know what I think of when I think of the 80s. Not that.
I think of cartoons, like crazy cartoons that I don't even know the name of. But there's a lot of them. But
yeah.
I was there, so I kind of I have memories
He-Man.
of it.
Da-na-na-na-na-na. He-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie's like, Ayla, you're just dizzy. I swear down. Picole's like, Zach Wilson is officially 24. He's from the BYU.
That's who that is?
That's who the quarterback is on the Jets.
He's a Stormin' Mormon.
Ayla's like, it's Tendoy. It's close, just up the road and next to Common Sense, opposite of Double Shot, same street.
Has a United States map out front.
Who does?
Tendoy.
Oh.
Or
Which
it used
one is
to.
that one?
She just told you.
Is that the one that's off of Oak?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like... Jordan Lindley's in the chat talking about titties.
Nothing wrong with titties.
John says, you mean he doesn't measure up, Ayla? And Ayla's like, it's titles, Jordan. And Sophie says, right now, Seth's opponents for upcoming pay-per-views isn't clear. Ayla's like, he's got little arms. John says, Jets just called Brady. Sophie says, Zack Ryder said on Twitter that he is ready to come back to the WWE. And Sophie says, but Shayna was really good as the single star in NXT.
No, she wasn't. Don't say that.
Well,
No, she wasn't. We've all seen those terrible matches she was in. She was champion for like a year.
Oh, no. He attacked somebody in the back.
Yeah,
it was Ricochet. I don't think Seth really cares.
Oh. Poor Jey Uso just can't fit in anywhere.
He's like the main event, but he's not. Oh, God.
He teamed up with Kevin Owens earlier and then kicked Kevin Owens in the face.
Oh, did he? He dyed his hair blue.
And then Finn Balor jumped on him and pinned him 1, 2, 3.
Jay?
Kevin.
Oh. What? Weird.
That's what they keep saying. They keep hinting that he's going to join the Judgment Day. Is Dom? Is McDo? Is McDo? Not McDo, though.
McDo's not really part of the Judgment Day yet. No matter how much Finn tries it, they all are like, gross.
Josh Allen just threw an interception in the end zone for a touchback.
Josh Allen?
That was just a bad throw.
To number 3, he's a tiny little man.
It's a corner. They're supposed to be tiny. Shoosh! Anybody notice that Maxine looks like that Olivia Dunn? Do you guys know who that is? She's a gymnast for LSU. With her hair down. Not normally. But when I was looking at it, she got those same big eyes. It was kind of weird. I was like, that looks like Olivia. And then I showed you a picture.
Yep. Huang says, I think Raquel is still not happy with Rhea Ripley raging attack, though.
The wide receiver was trying to play corner. He knew it was an interception.
Sophie says, we only got 3 more WWE pay-per-views left for this year. Chris says, why is Seth talking like Bray Wyatt tonight? Who knows? Robbie's like, He-Man was cold as a cartoon.
He-Man.
Ayla says, across from the old Winco.
Winco. Oh, okay. I know where that is. Yeah. That's the one off of Jefferson and Alameda. That's a different
That's the
one.
Maverick. It's across the street from Maverick.
Yeah, right across the street from Maverick. There used to be a Common Sense on the cross street.
Well, there's one kitty corner. It's still there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where Double Shots is, though. Maybe on the same side of the street.
Mm-hmm. We used to go there and play dunk ball. And
the eat side of the street?
That's where we played basketball when we were teenagers. Was that school? Tendoy.
Long says, hi there, Jordan.
Yeah, because the one we were talking about is Green Acres.
Yeah. I was like, that doesn't sound right. Robbie's like, Nakamura is going to kick some freaking ass.
Kick it.
Ayla's like, Jordan is so excited that you read his comment, poor guy. Jordan's like, boobs. Boob.
Today's.
Boobs. Ayla's like, just one Jordan. Picole's like, 80s for me is like the Coreys, Haim, and Feldman having a party with Marty McFly, E.T., Max Headroom, and I don't know, Gremlins.
My 80s would be summed up with like MTV, probably.
Ayla's like, side boob. Picole's like, choose one. Ayla's like, the left one, Fat Lisa. Sophie says, wonder who Seth faces at the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view. Picole's like, oh, and Hulk Hogan, he was definitely 80s. Ayla's like, you're left if you're confused. John says, if you are blindfolded, could you tell your spouse's boobs? Yeah.
Depends on who they're doing it with.
If you are blindfolded, could you tell your spouse's boobs? You're blindfolded and you have a row of boobs lined up.
That's what I'm saying. It depends.
Are they all the same size? That might be harder. So he says with Survivor Series, they're slowly setting up for both War Games and brand versus brand, so they're set to go either way for that pay-per-view.
Right, and then the Saudi pay-per-view is coming up also, whenever that is. Do we know that date yet?
Pickle says, good choice, Ayla. I had to put my thumbs and forefinger up. John says she makes millions from TikTok. LSU girl.
Yeah, the Olivia Dunn.
P-Curl says, with shape of an L on her forehead. Oh, no. Robbie says, 6-man tag. Can you dig it, sucker? Oh, no. Chris says, I think Maxine turns in this match into what?
Goes to a different group of men. She likes to go from group of men to group of men, Piccola said.
Nice. Ayla says, yeah, Jefferson. Oops, whatever. It's a gas station. I meant same street, Jefferson. Okay. Sophie says, the roster that did the India show had an 18-hour flight home. Robbie says, I did like the other room you were streaming on, had a more homely feel.
Yeah, it's a homely room. That's where we watch UFCs.
That's called our living room. So he's like, you forgot Michael Jackson. And Picole's like, supposedly there's a pretty softball girl from Mississippi State who's getting clout.
I just seen something about that. You just brought that up. I think it was when I was setting the stream up. I think she had popped up. But I was setting the stream up, so I didn't go check it.
Bobby says, LOL, the 80s with Dire Straits. Yeah. Juan says, what about Michael Jackson, Sophie? Sophie says, if you are blindfolded, would you know if you kissed the wrong person? Jordan's like, I don't know. There's only one way to find out, though.
I'm pretty sure I would know if it was a dude. Like there'd be stubble or something.
It's like a lineup of 20 women. Who's your partner? Robbie says it would be a fun guessing game.
Right.
Sophie's like, my 80s would be listening to Michael Jackson. It was like, Robbie, you couldn't reach. Pickle says, no, it's my 80s dream party. Prince Michael is not allowed unless it's little Michael. Young Michael. You got to go with like Thriller and Bad Michael, like when he was normal. Not when he became kind of weird. John says, 80s Karate Kid, Top Gun, any John Hughes film. People's like, I love Little Michael. John says, I'd love to find out, Ayla. Ayla's like, delete the Ravi, it's too poor to know what a living room is. Don't be mean.
Tommaso Ciampa.
You guys are so weird. It's like,
Look at this.
I
He
can
is
reach
teaming
you.
up with him. So is Ciampa going to be part of the Alpha Academy, guys? This will be fantastic if they do that.
Why are they bringing him into it?
Well, because there's 3 of Imperium.
Because he's a grappler?
No, because there's 3 of Imperium. And so Imperium attacked him earlier and beat the shit out of him. And so Ciampa came down with a chair and saved them.
Oh.
And so now we got a 6-man tag match.
Nice. So he says, usually the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view takes place sometime before Survivor Series. Rob like, Ayla, I don't live under a rock like you. John's like, he's like Lord Farquaad. Sophia says, I like Michael Jackson a lot more than Prince. Robbie's like, is that monkey still alive that MJ had? What?
He did have a monkey. But
it was like, you're right, Robbie. You can't afford a rock. I can afford a boulder. And people was like, that's great. When doves cry.
When doves cry. You know, Prince was a songwriter also. And he wrote really good songs. There's a lot of hits in the 80s that were his.
Yeah. I know what made one of his songs really popular. Pretty Woman did.
Kiss.
Yeah. So it says, I think this Ciampa thing with Alpha Academy is going to somehow set up his reunion with Gargano. Jordan's like, it's fucking Sweet Rock. John's like, Angry Elf must be a Southpaw Elf. People's like, I didn't know this chat was playing 7 Minutes in Heaven.
Well,
I don't know what's happening.
Supposedly you can let up 21 women or whatever and just touch their boobs.
Yeah, you have to be blindfolded though, so.
Or kiss them.
Just don't go too far below the waist because they might be something that you don't expect.
That's
why they call it bang cock, not bang cunt.
Freaking Crocodile Dundee and that shit.
That's only if they talk.
I'm doing it anyway.
I was like, Ayla, why do you have strange resemblance to Taylor Swift? People was like, he was gifted playing more than 14 instruments.
Yeah, he was at their level.
Prince. Mr. Prince. Sophie says, I'm surprised Michael Jackson and Prince never did a duet together. It's because Michael Jackson owned him. Just kidding.
Yeah, no, they're totally different artists. I don't know.
I don't know if they could have done a collab. It would have been weird. A little bit weird.
I mean, Michael one time he had a concert going and he stopped it and had him bring Prince up because Prince was there. There was a couple people there. He had him bring him up on stage.
It was like, because I pretend to write songs, that's why she look resemblance to Taylor Swift. John's like, say elf one more time, I dare you. Elf.
He's an angry elf.
He's an angry elf. Sophie says Michael Jackson also had hits with Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Robbie says Prince
Stevie
had
Wonder.
some good dance moves. And Jordan says he called me a sandwich. What kind of sandwich? Like a ham sandwich or a turkey sandwich? Sophie says Michael Jackson did write We Are the World with Lionel Richie.
Not a surprise. Michael Jackson wrote a lot of his own stuff. Which I don't understand how he could write his own stuff when it was about life experiences, and I'm pretty sure that dude never experienced life in his whole life.
Yeah, he was like emotionally stunted as a child.
I'm pretty sure they stunted his balls. Like castrated him when he was a baby. Like they used to do with the Sopranos in the old days. Mm-hmm. Pretty sure his dad did that. Chemically.
Robbie says this tag match ain't too shabby. John's like, do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? Yeah, the Muffin Man! Who lives on Drury Lane? Well, she's married to the Muffin Man. The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Not the gumdrop buttons. Not the gumdrop buttons. Run, run, run! Little gingerbread man. Sophie says, with Michael Jackson, I like his music stuff he did behind it. Shouldn't matter. John's like, he touched kids, Sophie. It does matter. Did he, though?
Yeah, I'm still not sold.
I'm not completely sold that he did that.
I have a feeling that he might have just said something against some elites in Hollywood.
Yep.
And they put it out there as a smear thing, because that's what they do. Britney Spears went crazy. What's his name? Went crazy.
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey went crazy. The one girl that just went crazy and
Adam
hit a
Bynes.
Who's the
Lindsay Lohan went crazy.
Yeah.
Amanda Bynes went crazy.
I'm thinking of the comedian Dave Chappelle. You know, by the time you land, you're a loony. Mm-hmm. There's something wrong with you. You had a meltdown and.
Mm-hmm. Touch little kids, something like that.
Yeah, I would not be surprised.
I just think that his maturity level wasn't an adult, like at all. Like I don't think that he mentally was really an adult.
I think he was
mentally a child.
Chemically castrated around the age of like 8.
And I think that's why he liked being around kids, is because
he was a kid.
He was a kid. And I'm not saying he liked to be around kids because he liked to touch them. He just liked to be around kids. Like, did you ever see pictures of his house? Like, his house was built to be a child at. Like, I don't know. I'm not sold that he was a child molester by any means. There's just too many other things that don't support it. That's why. Do I think he should have died a lot younger than he did? Yes.
Well, with all the
the crap that happened, his legacy went down the chute.
If he would have died in 89, the legend that would be bigger than the Beatles. And he might be bigger than the Beatles anyways. Mm. So, but he's right on par with them.
Yeah.
Hey, look, The Exorcist.
Not The Exorcist. Does she puke pea soup?
There's 2
Does
of
her
them.
head spin around?
There's 2 of them, so I'm going to say yes. Since it's The Exorcist, I'm going to say they do pretty much all that.
They better do it, because if not, it's not The Exorcist. They have to puke pea soup, and their heads have to swing around. That's all there is to it.
I don't know if I'll be able to watch it.
So it's because there's a little kid. There's like a little kid in this one, though.
I know.
And the other one, she wasn't so little. She was like a teenager. It was different. Let's see. Sophie says, I don't like when a person who stops listening to someone's music because they did something bad. Wong says, Michael Jackson does write good songs, though, too. And he's like, did he, John? Beagle's like, who, Lionel Richie? Oh, Beagle, stop it. Chris says, damn it, such a shame Chad versus Kaiser would have a New Japan match. But this is WWE, so Chad is only one doing technical ring work. Wong says, Lionel Richie is a male singer, though. That's who he is, Picola. Ayla says, I don't think he did. I think he got blackballed. Also, think he didn't have a childhood at all and tried to make up for it. Exactly. Like, and that's not coming because, like, I'm, like, this major mega fan of, like, Michael Jackson
Not
or
even
anything
a little bit.
of that nature. I seriously think that that's what they did to him. I think his family ruined him. He was a cash cow, and they wanted to keep him a cash cow. They're sick people. His family are sick. Like, his parents,
I mean, look at
his
LaToya
dad
and
especially.
Janet. LaToya and Janet were all sorts of fucked up. Still are.
Yeah. Like, yeah. He just, I don't think he ever literally, like, and when he did grow up, and he did, he had so much money, but you know the funny thing, what he did with his money is good things. And he bought music rights and all that stuff so that they wouldn't just get auctioned off and, like, separated and stuff. So what is it, the Beatles, isn't it?
He owns Elvis and, well, he kind of owns Elvis because of the marriage to Presley. I don't know if he's kept it through the divorce, but he owns the Beatles. Or did. He's obviously dead, so. His kids own the Beatles and Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. And at one point, well, he does have kids with her. So those kids own the Beatles, Michael Jackson, and Elvis Presley's music. Mm-hmm. That's kind of a...
He had kids with her.
That's a huge music library.
True.
What is that, like a third of the most popular music ever? Those three?
Pickle's like, I can imagine there's a lot of quarterbacks who are second string or benched. Yes. Sophie says every musician or entertainment person have personal problems, so you don't have to stop listening to their music or watch their TV shows or movies. John says, I think he paid people off to make stuff go away, in my opinion. I don't think he
would have that mentality.
Yeah. I don't think he had that. You're giving him too much credit that he was like some like evil genius in the corner of all this stuff. All Michael ever wanted to do was be happy, make kids happy, make people happy, make music, and live his life. And own a giraffe. And he did.
Did all those. He had giraffe money.
He had giraffe money, bitch. You wouldn't even know how to buy a giraffe. You'd be calling zoos and shit.
Like a lot of us don't know how to buy a giraffe. But you don't call your local zoo to buy a giraffe.
My zoo doesn't have one, so. Pickle's like, I did like his music as a kid. I don't know. I haven't listened to him in a long time. Robbie's like, did you like MJ film Moonwalker? No, I never watched it, so did you ever?
No.
Or mom ever
Never
make you
watched
watch
it?
it?
No.
Sophie says, didn't Michael Jackson die at the same time as Whitney Houston? Illa says, well, John, you think what you want. Picola says, yeah, Moonwalker was the shit. I even had the Sega Genesis game. Robbie's like, but R. Kelly was on another level. He was a total wrong, and yeah, piss.
Yeah,
That's
on
Kelly
video.
sheets.
That's a hard one, too.
Smell like R. Kelly sheets. No, that dude is fucked up. Pissing on fucking girls, young girls, is disgusting. Huang says Michael Jackson died in the month of August, but I don't know if Whitney Houston had died in the same month, though. John says, I had Atari Cola. Sophie's like, Michael Jackson has many hits. John's like, thanks, Ayla, I will. And Picole's like, thanks for that permission. Sophie's like, I also like Prince, but I don't know all his songs. It was like, you're welcome, John. Now get out. John's like, thumbs up. Pickle's like, I didn't know I could or could not. Glad you verified that. Marcus is in the chat. Hey, Marcus says, tonight is the last Raw of the McMahon era.
Heard that. Should be interesting to see.
You guys are hilarious. Robbie's like Lionel Richie. He was dancing on the ceiling. Sophie says, I think I know only one Prince song. Wong says, I don't listen to Prince, though, because I don't know any of his songs.
I used to dance to his songs.
John's like, all
for women.
Picole's
Back
like, well,
in the day.
that's sad. Wong says, hi there, Marcus. And Chris says, hello, Prince. Times Michael Jackson hated each other, I heard. Sophie says, Madonna is a good singer.
Madonna?
What?
I haven't heard Madonna.
Like a virgin.
That shit was great.
For the very first time. Oh, like when she was normal?
In
her
the 80s.
original songs?
She was really good in the 80s.
Yeah, she was pretty good. Now she's just crazy and her music really blows.
Does she
they
still
all
sing?
hit the 2000s and they sucked asshole. Robbie says, was Tito Jackson a good singer? I don't even know which one that one is. Picole's like, yeah, Lionel Richie sang Truly and Hello. Hello? Is it you I'm looking for? The girl is fucking blind. Richie is a fucking freak. Have you ever seen the video? The music video?
I'm pretty sure I have. I grew
She's
up at that.
blind. It's fucking... Listen to the words of the song. Hello? Is it you I'm looking for? She's blind! Blind! Such a crazy fucking video. It's so weird.
Otis.
He plowed through him. That's gross.
He likes to plow it.
It's kind of gross, man.
Vinci's terrible. He'll tap.
Oh, no. Somebody save him.
Tap. He's terrible. Just tap.
No.
Just tap.
Somebody save
Oh,
him.
no. Gunther's coming in.
Oh,
no, he's
Ciampa's
going to
get
tap.
him.
He's going to tap. The Sicilian stretch. Told ya. Da Vinci's terrible.
Oh.
Emporium loses. What a bunch of losers. Oh, God. Quarterback just got bent backwards.
It was like, I think he owned Eminem too. You'll have to look that up, though. I don't know if he did. I don't know
So
if
what he
Michael
did with the
Jackson
Eminem one was pretty funny.
Oh, I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah, he just went and bought the whole entire album, like the catalog. He went and bought his catalog.
Mm-hmm. Oops. Feels like, dang, Wayne Newton is a great singer. He is
Oh, Wayne.
A lot of women like him. Marcus says New York Jets are a cursed team. They haven't had a franchise quarterback since Joe Namath. Now they finally get one and he gets hurt.
Ken O'Brien. Hello.
Then they brought in his replacement who was like 4 years old. It's really sad.
Kenny O'Brien.
Pico's like, Marcus, welcome back. I may have been mean to you last week. I apologize. So he's like, I never heard of Moonwalker. Pico's like, why is my CPU acting janky? Has it got the ick? Blue screen of death. Chris says, not gonna lie, Michael Jackson's Scary Movie 3 scene was funny as shit. Sophie's like, R. Kelly I never liked. Pico's like, of course you wouldn't. Chris says, the only reason Kelly songs I like is Step in the Name of Love and Ignition Remix. Robbie says, R. Kelly had some bangers still. John's like, don't make me moonwalk out of here. Pico's like, crickets. Madonna, right?
Yeah.
I am not a fan of her music, really. Like, I don't think I have heard. I think there was maybe one song of hers that I was like, no, that's not too bad. But other than that, I'm like, I don't like your voice. I would rather listen to Cher. Thank you.
Cher's 10 years older, but
I'd still rather listen to her than Madonna. Robbie's like, R. Kelly, he married Aaliyah at 15, mad tang. Poor
Cher
then he killed her.
Cher was really pretty.
Cher was really pretty.
In the 70s.
It was like, R. Kelly is a creep. Yeah, piss. People's like, that video was wild. He's talking about the Lionel Richie one. Hello? Is it you I'm looking for? So creepy. It's
I know
in a college and shit, and she's blind, and he's like following her around like a freaking stalker creeper. Like, he's a fucking weirdo.
There was a lot of songs like that then, though, too.
It's like, dude, what's wrong with you?
Like that My Obsession song. It starts out as like a friendly crush. By the end of that song, it's full-blown fucking, stalker. I'm going to kill you when I find you.
Yeah. I'm going to keep you and keep you in my skin. I'm going to keep you in my skin. John's like, Madonna talks British. She's from the same trailer park as Eminem in Detroit. Madonna's a moron. Picola says, and the silly pottery head, it was goofy as fuck. Robbie says, LOL, go on do without voice that doesn't need auto-tune, LOL. Thanks for laughing at it, Robbie. You're sweet. Pico's like, but he got some bops, Ayla. It's like, I disagree, but you bop away. Pico's like, yeah. B, he is a terrible person. Is homie in jail? R. Kelly? I don't know if R. Kelly is.
Yeah, he's in prison. Yes.
Pretty sure, yeah.
He just got sentenced this year, like a few months ago.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did. Marcus says, I don't know Spanish, but Selena is up there as one of the biggest artists of all time. You wouldn't get some artists today if it weren't for her. Yeah, like J-Lo.
She got killed by her fan
taco,
club.
Taco, burrito, burrito. Taco, taco, taco. Taco flavored kisses. Taco, taco, taco.
This is not South Park.
That's the only J-Lo song I know. It's a good one. Spanish I know, too. Taco flavored kisses.
At least you speak fluent Spanish.
I know. I can. It's amazing.
But, yeah, that Selena, she got killed by her fan club president.
Yep.
In a hotel.
Yep. Crazy.
I don't know anything about her. I don't remember one song from her. And I listen to MTV all the time. I think she was just an international superstar. I don't know if she ever had a song that did anything in America.
I bet she did. I just couldn't tell you what it was.
Well, I mean like a top 10 where she would have been on TRL. Because I watch that shit every day after school. Every day.
Pickle's like, what? And Robbie's like, yeah, she's make a pottery face out of Clay of Lionel's face in the video.
Number 3 got another interception.
Wow.
That's his second interception.
Good for him. He's doing more than his short quarterback. They're about the same height, too. I think the quarterback's shorter.
Probably.
Feels like she's Spanish, bro? I could never tell. Feels like when Jenna and Michael had Scream, that was probably his best. But after that, I don't know about Michael. He fell off since. Feels like, wow, now I have to watch Lionel Richie's vids. What's the weirdest 80s MTV videos? Probably the ones with the girls that are half naked all over the cars.
What?
Those ones are pretty weird.
Nothing weird about that. Tawny Katane? Come on.
It was like, hey, well, I loved Madonna as a kid. One of my first cassette tapes.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with Madonna. I'm listening to these guys bash her, and I'm like, I am a material girl.
Not
Material.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that Travis is a Madonna lover. I just don't like her voice. I have a hard time with her voice.
Shit until like 93. She was like the only...
She has like that's kind of a voice, and it kind of annoys me.
I've never heard
And
her.
she sings like that too sometimes in some of her songs. So I'm like, what's wrong with your face? Feels like I used to work in an 80s themed barcade, and like I remember the cars had a goofy one. Billy Idol.
Yeah, the Cars definitely had
a weird video.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that 70s show guy got 30 years in prison.
I seen that.
Oh, yeah? Another one of those ones where they're like, he's crazy. Put him in prison.
Maybe.
Or was his real? Did they have proof?
I don't know.
Or were they just going off hearsay?
It definitely is bringing up all the stuff that Ashton Kutcher was doing when she was young.
Oh, you mean he was a douchebag too? No fucking way.
He was dating a girl and went to her house, walked in, and she was dead. She'd been stabbed like 40-something times. He turned around, walked out, got in his car, and started calling all the people on his team to like, what do I do?
Oh,
for over an hour.
What the fuck?
And I don't know if he ever even called the police. He told them that he thought it was red wine stains, and he saw it through the window.
Sure.
That's his official story.
Liar. That dumb lady married him and had kids with him. Sicko. Name in vain.
Well, she definitely looks good. I like her top.
It's shiny. It's got sparkles.
Everything that glitters is not gold.
Diamonds. Chris was like a little funny. D and I was like, D, big up with the Eric Cartman. That's not Eric Cartman voice, dude. That's J-Lo's voice. Where have you been? People was like, I heard about that. What the fuck happened to that dude? John's like, she made 2 American songs. She was American from Texas. Selena.
Right. I
Ayla
just don't
says
know her.
he raped a couple of ladies. Sophie says, do you think this is why Stephanie left because she knew the WWE was going to be sold? No. Stephanie left because she had better shit to do with her life. Hey, the 4-year-old's back out there.
She was only there because of her dad.
Yeah, she was only a placeholder.
So when her dad left, she stepped in to hold the place until her dad came back, which they knew they would bring him back. Like, everybody knew that Vince was coming back after he got suspended or whatever the hell it was.
I think everybody, but most of the people in our chat, they were like, he's never coming back. He's not out. He's never going to come back. He's so not going to be coming back.
He's the majority shareholder. He couldn't be fired.
John's like, she won a Tejano Grammy. Ooh. John's like, Danny Masterson. Yeah, that guy. And Pico's like, oh, okay. Sophie says, I am still in the 6-man tag thanks to my dog. Aww. Marcus says Selena was a Mexican-American. They have a museum of her in Texas. Ayla's laughing. Material. That's the one. Pickle's like, thanks. Huang says, do you know that Lady Gaga doesn't look good to herself anymore?
Yeah. I get it. I see it.
John's like, yes, Corpus Christi, Texas. Pickle says, tell me more. Where is proof? It was like, she wasn't talented as much of a trend. She was a vibe. Chris is like, Tiffany.
So after Masterson was sentenced today, his ex-girlfriend posted on X what I'm talking about.
The graping?
No, where he walked in the house.
Oh,
and
Ashton Kutcher
because
doing his thing?
Well, because he called Masterson.
Oh.
And she was there with Masterson and he was on speakerphone. And he was telling the whole story. So that text, what she's talking about isn't that Ashton killed the girlfriend. Because that's what it sounds like if you read the Twitter thing.
Right.
But that's not what she's saying, I think. I think what she's saying is that...
This was the conversation that happened.
That she's talking about, I know what you did. You should go to jail too. That when she's saying that, she's not talking about you killed her. I listened to you. I knew the plan. She's saying, I knew the plan, which was don't be there.
Yeah.
And just tell the cops this. But it's not really illegal to not report a dead body, I don't think. But maybe it is.
You killed something you loved?
Panda.
Her name was Amanda?
It's a panda.
It's probably not even her real name.
I need you to get some salt and some lime and a whole lot of peroxide. Or whatever he said. It's a panda. Amanda? That's probably not even her real name. You killed the hooker.
Pickle's like, I can imagine they were doing dirt behind the scenes. Sophie says a few cast members of that 70s show wrote support notes for Danny Masterson. Yep.
Yeah,
Except
Ashton.
for Topher Grace or whatever his name is. He didn't.
I don't know.
He's the only one that did. He's the main kid. That's the child
the goofy one?
Yeah. So he didn't. He didn't. Right. I guess that he didn't hang out with them or anything of that nature, and everybody called him stuck up because he didn't hang out with them and shit. And now everybody's like, he's such a hero. He's such a hero because he didn't hang out with them and he didn't write a supportive letter.
We're gonna have a tie game, guys. Fourth quarter.
It was like, I don't know if Ali said. Apparently, there was enough for 30 years. Supposedly, there was a video, but that might be a rumor. Marcus says the crazy fan that killed Selena might actually get released from jail in a few years. Huang says, do you know who killed the Spanish lady named Selena Marcus? It was her president of her fan club. I don't know their name.
Yeah,
Chris
she
says,
shot her
holy
in a
fuck,
hotel
Tiffany,
room.
look at those things. I'm such a fucking perv. And Ayla says she was her assistant, the girl that unalived her. I thought it was the president of her fan club.
President of her fan club.
John says Yolanda Salvador, I think. Yeah, something like that. People was like, is that how I sound, D? What do you mean how you sound?
Oh, flag.
What do you sound like, Picola? It was like, yeah, that's her, John. Marcus says, imagine if they actually did the weird pitch storyline where Vince got stuff pregnant. Ew, gross. John's like, she was her fan club president. It was like, yes, Fat Lisa, exactly. Pickle's like, he's never coming back. It was like, yeah, that was it. I couldn't remember. Marcus was wrong. Her name was Yolanda. And Ravi says, Beck's going to get slapped Tuesday. And Peel's like, okay, I will forget about it all in 24 hours. I'm like a goldfish. Wong says, was the name Yolanda Salvador a maid lady that killed Selena, right, John? No, it wasn't. It was the president of her fan club for the 50th time. So he says, Ashton Kutcher and Mia took back their comments that they made about Danny. Did they? People's like, who are we talking about again? Doogie Howser? Ravi's like, was it tragic what happened to Gary Coleman?
I didn't know anything happened to him other than he was like trapped in a little kid's body.
That was terrible, poor guy. Marcus says Tiffany Stratton has the potential to be a star on the main roster.
Absolutely.
Wong says, I hated that lady named Yolanda. She's a killer and a murderer. Marcus.
Murder.
John's like, yes, Wong. And Eel's like, well, they justified it, Sophie. They said it was a statement about the person they knew, not the bad guy he became or whatever. Pickle's like, Ravi, I know you want to talk about your hero and all. So he's like, I don't know why it took the cops so long to catch Danny Masterson anyway. What the fucking hell? People's like, when did this become celebrity tragedies, Gab? I fucking don't have any clue, guy. I don't know. We were talking about fucking music. Actually, we talked about movies, then music.
I don't even know who the fuck we're talking about, except for when you said that 70s show stuff.
And then somebody was like, oh, Selena, remember she was murdered? And then Travis was like, I didn't know she even had any songs. And then they were like, she had songs. And then everybody's like, who killed her? And Travis is like, her fan club president did. Everybody's like, who was it? And then they asked it like 50 times. Who was it? Who did it? Yolanda, the bitch.
Yolanda.
Yolanda did it, bitch.
She was jellyfish. I don't know why she did it.
Rob was like, Gary Coleman was funny back in the day. And Huang says, oh, that it called violence.
What you talking about, Willis?
Because us, like, I could be watching Ian instead. Where's our Kardashian gonna murder? It was like, Fat Lisa, why? They don't talk back. Soon, Fat Lisa, soon. Is it going to be the Hobbit one? This is Topher Grace.
That's coming back?
Their Kardashian who's going to be a killer.
Oh.
When is a Kardashian going to murder? Is it going to be the Hobbit one? Sophie says Topher Grace seems to be the only good guy from that 70s show since all the other cast members that are male were jerks behind the scenes. People's like, I'm counting on it. Wong says Selena's own family were upset and not happy about it, too. Oh, no way.
You think?
No, I think everybody's usually happy when a family member is murdered. Goof. Here comes Raquel Rodriguez. Let's go, Juan says.
Rod picks her up.
I meant to put a question mark with that assistant statement. So he says, I have a feeling Tiffany will get called up after this feud with Becky. Chris says, Tiffany just did a great promo back there with Bex. She fits in great.
She can do it.
So he says, hopefully this main event actually feels like a main event.
It's 17 minutes, guys, unless something happens at the end of this, which could be Liv Morgan, maybe.
It was like Danny Masterson, the new Night Stalker, and Pickle's like all the jellyfish. Wong says, aren't we talking about WWE Monday Night Raw instead? Yeah, we are.
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah.
Mark is like, Tiffany Stratton only been doing this wrestling gig for 2 years and already looking like a star. It was like, it was the CIA that killed Selena. Same with Marilyn Monroe. It was like the Men in Black with their lasers.
It's not Hawaii. It was in a Texas hotel.
With their lasers.
With a laser.
With their lasers.
Laser and blazer and phaser. Rhea's straps are undone.
Already? Damn. She's going to be losing
She's getting manhandled.
Oh, yeah. Squeeze that abdomen. So last week marks 27 or 28 years since the Monday Night War, and Chris says Liv Morgan heel turn. Feels like, LOL, Marilyn. It was like my family would have a party if I got murdered. Which family? Like the in-law family? I mean, I don't think I'd have a party if you got murdered.
I mean, I feel like if I got murdered, I'd want people to party. But that's if I die, so it doesn't have to be murder.
Because you got killed with murder.
If I get killed with murder, you guys are allowed to party.
Robbie says Raquel Rodriguez is on a roll. A cinnamon roll.
Rack Rod.
It was like friggin' laser beams on their friggin' heads.
Yeah, like sharks.
It says, why would we talk about wrestling? Pico's like, wow, Ayla.
Damn, he fumbled twice on the same play.
Oh my God, what a loser face.
Josh Allen has turned the ball over 3 times.
Josh Allen, you are a bad man.
So here.
Oh God, he's like, where did my ball go?
He even picks
it up. I got it. Okay,
and
I'm
then
running.
Fumbles it again.
Oh God, I lost it. I think that was my ball, but I forgot where it went. Why do we, like every time I look over on that side, they have that replay screen. They've done it like 5 times now.
Yeah, replay screen.
Is it? She's like, well, I took my pants undone just for you.
She likes to undo her pants for other women like that.
Seems like it. So it's like, I wonder which championship record will get broken next. It's like, wow, Fat Lisa, would you come to the cookout to celebrate? Marcus says, I missed the beginning of Raw. Did they do a little tribute since today is 9/11? They
did. A little one.
Tiny itty bitty. Robbie says, you got to fight for your right to party. He's like, I don't know all of you. Beagle is like, yep, book me a ticket so I can pour one out for the homies. Huang says Raquel should win this and defeat Rhea Ripley on Raw.
This song's dedicated.
It's for the women's title, so I'm guessing that's a no.
In the gangsta.
It was like K Fat Lisa is invited, guys. All right.
Whoa! Rhea all the way to the outside.
Don't forget to put it in your will that you put enough money aside for his plane ticket. Chris says, honestly, I'm here in Texas, so I see all this all the time when girls dress like Selena. I feel like it's kind of disrespectful. Like, I know they keeping her alive, but damn, let her rest in peace.
Yeah, you know, and it's a style. She created a style, and she lives on.
Robbie says, Dee, do you enjoy a cinnamon roll? Are you being gross? Are you, like, being serious? Like an actual food item, or are you being weird? Is that code for something in UK land?
Is that code?
Huang says, because we all are watching WWE Monday Night Raw tonight, Ayla. Ayla doesn't, so. I was like, is that a sniffer question, Robbie? Gross. Robbie's like, if you got the hot sauce at the cookout, pretty sure we could find some hot sauce. It was like, who is watching that, Huang? And Sophie says, Roman broke the WWE Championship record, the Usos broke the Tag Team Championship, and Gunther broke the IC Championship records. That's so nice. Phil says, it's one way, and I will have to sleep in the office. Okay. Huang says, everyone is including me also, Ayla. Chris says, plus, even her family keeps cashing in on her name, and her husband already remarried. So when he sees a girl dressed like her at events, I'm sure it's traumatizing. Just let her rest. Ayla's like, I don't believe you, Huang. And Sophie says, WWE wants to break every championship record from the past. That's going to take a minute, Sophie.
They got a minute. Happens. Roman's got to be champion for like 3 more years.
Yeah, get on it, bitch. Pico's like, hello, I'm just flipping channels. Robbie's like, you like a cake, don't you, Dee? Actually. So you are talking about, like, actual food items instead of being weird? Because I feel like you're still being just weird. Wong says, well, if you don't believe me, then go ask Wrestling Gab, Daniela. And Pico says, and notice that 16 Candles is on. Yeah, you did. So it was like, on commentary on Friday, they hinted that Io and Rhea will go head-to-head. Ayla says, I'm sitting on my couch listening to Jordan play Starfield. Pico's like, did y'all know that it's on cable?
Do you kick the field goal here, or do you go for the 1 yard and it's a couple inches?
Oh my God, not with this guy. He's terrible. Get your kicker out there. He made a 43-yard field goal earlier. At least we know he can actually kick and get it there.
Looks like they're going for him.
They're going to lose. People's like, hells yeah, Starfield. Chris says, funny they use Jinder and Veer and Shinky for India's show. Of course. It was like, Wrestling Gab, are you watching wrestling or are you chit-chatting?
I'm watching football. There's a commercial on for the wrestling.
I'm watching the chat. Because that's what I do.
I'm not sure they got it. No, they got it. The placement that referee gave them,
Did they just chuck him over like a sack of potatoes? They're like, get over here, you little bitch!
That'd be funny shit.
They're just like taking it, they're just like grabbing him by his ass and the top of his thing, and they're just like, poof!
Look, they let him run it too. He only needed an
Oh,
inch.
sorry. He's number 2. My bad. I thought he was a 7.
They definitely got it, so.
They're like, well, at least the little man got in there. So I was like, wonder how bad of a rating Raw will get tonight. With Monday Night Football?
I would say like a 1.9 or whatever.
It's like, Ayla says, Rob, you're going to end up like Danny, 39 years in prison for being a sniffer. Long says, you don't have to believe me. I am not like making you believe me. Okay, Ayla. Pickle's like, it's pretty close.
2-minute warning.
Huang says, the name is Huang, not Huang, Ayla. I was like, okay, Huang, I believe you. Pickle's like, oh boy. Sylvia's like, is this the night JD McDough officially joins Judgment Day? Why?
No.
Why, what is he going to come out and beat up Raquel Rodriguez?
He was already out there and got beat up by Cody.
Marcus says, I know it won't happen, but imagine if WWE brought back Muhammad Hassan for an India show. Wong says, thank you, give me more respect next time, Ayla. He was like laughing. It's autocorrect, my dude.
La la la. This is terrible. I'm leaving.
On a jet plane.
Rhea
I'll
is
be back again.
Rhea's okay if she's in there with somebody that knows what they're doing, but she's not great.
Right.
And Rackrod's terrible.
She's not that good.
And so when you put them together, it's this. This is what you get. And there's still like 10 minutes left of this. 8. There's 8 minutes left of this. Hopefully something cool happens within the next like 4 minutes. Like somebody shows up, even if it's Liv.
What's she gonna do?
Liv come in and attack.
Make it so she loses?
Uh-huh.
I was like, I probably won't do that, laughing. Chill, dude. Robbie's like, ew, what are you sniffing? The salt? Bill's like, yeah, texting is tough. And Jordan's like, they are very simple people with really small penis. Pickle says, I still can't deal with my new phone. Long says, I'm not a dude, okay? So quit calling me that. Sophie's like, so after Rhea faces Raquel, who is next for Rhea, and Chris says, have Veer versus Shanky versus Jinder versus Muhammad Hassan versus Sami Zayn in Saudi Arabia, most offensive match ever.
Why would it be offensive? That's
Chris,
funny.
you're weird, dude. I don't get it.
It's so offensive.
I was laughing. You can't be for cereal. People's like, how are we supposed to know? Everyone bring up their pronouns. Sheesh, this is sad. Yeah, I don't really care if you're a boy or a girl. I really don't.
Don't.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
You're a
God,
person.
they booted each other.
Let's just be people.
A double boot. What's it all about? It's like Canada up in here.
That's right. Everybody are just peoples. We're all peoples. We all got the human genome.
You're all human.
We're all the human. We all got the peoples. We've got the peoples. Kwong, leave Ayla alone. Let's go back to talking about wrestling. Tell us about the match. Why don't you tell us what's happening? You're watching Raw. Tell us, Wong. Tell us all about it. Pickle's like, I can't wait for spooky season to start, or spoopy.
It is spooky season already.
Poopy.
You might as well put your ornaments up now.
You might as well put your Christmas ornaments up. Your mom better get on it, Piccola. She's going to miss out on some prime time Christmas decoration time.
Yeah. My Christmas movies are starting October 31st at midnight.
And I love it because his autocorrect corrected it to spoopy. Spoopy, like spoopy, but with an S in front of it instead of spooky. It's amazing. Hassan is in the chat. Hey, dude, how you doing? Says, hi there, guys. Is this the last one? Yeah, it's the ladies.
Yeah,
fighting.
this is it.
It's the women's title on the whatchamacallit.
You got to suffer through it if you're watching it at home.
It's on the table.
Rackrod picks her up. Can't drop her down. Rhea with a donkey kick.
So he's like, if you're a fan of the NFL and the WWE tonight is a great night for you. Jordan's like so goth. He was like so metal. And Pickle's like, did y'all know my neighbors already set up Halloween decorations? You know what, Pickle? I didn't get out my binoculars today to see what was going on in your neighbor's yard.
In your neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm. Shame on me. It was like, dude is any gender. Rob is like, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. That's a tough twister.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Tough
Peter
twister.
Piper is a better one. The song's like, hi, Ayla. And Sophie's like, Halloween stuff is already on the shelves for every store. Sophie, it's been on the shelves for like almost 3 weeks
Like
now.
Snoop on a shelf.
Snoop. Pickle's like, I will call it spoopy.
Spoopy.
Not spooky, spoopy.
We're going to have a quarterback controversy moving forward if the Jets win this game. Not that it's not Josh Allen that gave the game to the Jets tonight with 3 turnovers that I know of.
3 that we know of.
Here it is. If they kick this, they could win it. And he made it. Jets. Jets. 16-13. With a minute 48 left after the kick. What, about a minute 30? Depends on the return time, I guess.
Oh my God, it's almost over? Damn.
Do the Bills have any timeouts?
I don't know. I didn't look at their timeout stuff.
Kicked it right down the middle.
Oh, no, not the challenger.
All right, Rackrod on the second rope comes down right into a boot.
A boot.
What's it a boot?
It It says, I really didn't mean to offend anyone. It was a typo. Lucky I'm in a good mood. Long says,
Why is Rod knocked out from a boot to the face?
It hurts. Those boots are bad.
Why is Rhea going up to the top rope? Is this normal for her? Don't feel like it's normal for her.
Long says, all I want is Raquel to win, and that's it, and I am enjoying Raw so far. Cool beans. Hassan says, how was your weekend
5-star frog splash!
Great, Hassan. How was yours?
So close.
How was your weekend? It was like, how dare you, Fat Lisa, disrespectful POS. It's spooky, you son of a bee. Feels like, I know I will send you an alert next time. Yay. Feels like, gosh, Ayla, okay? It's ookie palookie. And Sophie says, isn't baseball on tonight as well?
Probably. It is baseball season.
Rob is like, D, how does
Seems
it
like
go?
there's
Peter
games on
Piper
all the
picked
time.
peppers. Yep, that's how it goes. It was like, I'm upset, Fat Lisa. Marcus says Josh Allen threw more completed passes to the Jets defensive players than his own guys. No way, Marcus.
Did he really only throw 2 completions?
He threw more completed passes. More
Right.
completed passes to the Jets defensive players than his own guys. That's actually pretty funny. Pickle's like, ha ha ha. And Hoang says, are you two watching the NFL game too? Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, we're watching
the other
2
side.
TVs. Well, 1 TV, but 2 screens. But it's a giant TV, so it's fine.
Oh, hey.
It's what's her name? It's Nia Jax.
Nia Jax. What? They brought her back.
Tons of fun. She's back.
Maybe they can break her arm. Nia Jax is here, and
Nia
she
Jax.
just tried to break Raquel, so they're like, well, we want to make sure you break an arm or something, so let's put her with you.
That'll be a fun little matchup for whatever her name is, Rackrod, moving forward. She's going to get beat right here. Riptide.
Ooh, ouch. So it says, do you expect Trish to show back up on WWE TV at some point? I heard Aaron Rodgers injured himself. That was quick.
Yeah, in the first quarter. And that's it. Rackrod loses. Rhea Ripley maintains.
People says, I am really excited to go that Paracon in 2 weeks. Yeah. I should take a lot of pics if it's worth it. You should. It'll be awesome.
So is Paracon like Comic-Con but with birds?
It's not parrot. P-A-R-A. Paracon. So it's paranormal stuff.
I was thinking like parachutes. Paragliding. Oh God! Now she's going after Rhea Ripley.
Oh no! Hurry before she sits on you, and then says my hole.
Oh God, she is gonna say it. Here it is. My hole.
Her massive leg.
She just said a massive leg drop. You can't say massive when there's fat people.
Chris says Nia Jax. Sophie's like, Nia Jax did come back in the Rumble earlier this year. It was like, I sent you my painting so far. I will look.
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax versus Piper. Poor Piper, Chris. Pickle's like, what's Nia doing here? I don't know, beating up both of them and sitting on them.
Smacking the shit out of Rhea.
What's going on at 9?
Dog pills.
Oh.
I just didn't know they were going to run over, so. She's still pretty in the face.
Yeah, I think it looks nice.
Her face? It is a pretty face.
Oh, Ayla's
I guess I should have kept it on and watched the end of the football game. Oh, yeah. That looks cool.
Yeah. Pretty awesome, Ayla. Looking good. You liking it a lot better?
Alexa, stop.
Let's see. Marcus says, now we get Nia Jax versus Piper Niven. Why? Sophie says, what took them so long to bring Nia back? Maybe she wasn't ready. Long says, is Nia trying to help Rhea Ripley? No, she beat her up
Alexa,
too.
stop.
Chris says, no, a Yokozuna bomb. Ayla says, I'm out. Don't get murdered, dudes. So it says, so is Nia Jax in the Judgment Day? No.
No, she attacked Rhea Ripley there at the end.
Piccolo says, I know someone who is going to enjoy that ending very much. Chris says, the one person you don't want a Yokozuna bomb from, damn it. Marcus says, Nia Jax going to join the Bloodline watch. Ayla's like, just kidding, I'm waiting for delicious
Beat
review.
up Rhea.
Ryan says, Nia, go on, son, smack that. Piccolo's like, oh, we murdering? Yeah, we're murdering. Huang says, I don't think so. Nia Jax would not be fit by joining the Judgment Day. Sophie probably says, Alien, hello, you a card. It's like, yeah, a little bit. Okay, night, guys. All right, cool. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us for Monday Night Raw and dealing with just Travis earlier and the weirdness of our living room. You guys have a good night. We'll be back on Wednesday.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gal. Bye-bye.